It is about noon here on Thursday, January 16th, 2025. And we're just doing our rounds. I forgot to get water for Hindungi. He dumped his bucket. The rope ran around the bucket of water and dumped it out. So I sent my daughter to go get the water. So I'm here with Hindungi. And he's been a good dog as far as I know. But he's not allowed to be by himself with the sheep. I think what I might do is take him for a walk. Let him go say hi to the sheep and make sure he doesn't try to touch the lambs. You know, that's the big issue that I'm concerned about, is that he once decided a lamb was a nice chew toy to throw around. We surveyed the sheep again. They seem all fine. Some of them seem quite fat, actually. Some of the ones that I bought from that gentleman in Austin, or near Austin. And one of the sheep that I bought from my neighbor, she came up to get some of the bird food, and so we grabbed her and then we trimmed her hooves. She might have a little bit of a hoof rot going on in her right front hoof. I smelt something, but I couldn't see anything really, and so we just trimmed the hooves and I sent her on her way. But she does have a slight limp, so I didn't have a bottle of the copper sulfate handy, so I should make sure to always have a bottle of copper sulfate handy to spray on the hooves there, given that it's so effective at treating hoof rot. But yeah, I didn't expect to see many problems with hooves at this time of year. It only is supposed to affect the lambs when it's hot and humid, right? And right now it's neither of those. It's wet, but it's not hot. Well, I mean, for winter it's probably hot. Right now it's about 50, 55, maybe even 60 degrees in the sun. But there's plenty of good ground, plenty of grass to stand on. And as you can see where I'm standing here, like we're like halfway through winter, I guess, or a third of the way through. And you can't see any bare ground anywhere. Like when I'm walking, I'm not touching dirt. I'm walking on dead grass. There's even green grass down there, you can see. But the soil layer, something that I've been thinking about very recently is we often think the soil starts at the dirt, and that's certainly an important part of the soil. And most people, when they talk about soil or dirt, that's what they're talking about, is when the mud and the sand and all that kind of stuff, the clay. But one thing I've noticed about people who are successful at this is that they have a good 4, 5, 6 inches of vegetative matter on top of the soil that's compressed and crushed down. And is that moss or is that grass? That's grass. Yeah, so that vegetative layer is also part of the soil, and the bugs and the stuff can freely go between the dirt and the layer of mulch, I guess. And the grass can easily penetrate that stuff and come out the top. But I think that's where a lot of the growth is at the top there, as the plants get trampled on. See, here's a spot where it's just bare dirt. That's not what I want to see. I want to have stuff covered in grass. So I think maybe one of the goals for this next year of grazing is just don't graze down to the ground. I caught some of my sheep finding tiny little pieces of grass and trying to munch on that. And I'm just like, no, that's not good. We can't have that. So hopefully with this leader-follower system, I don't know if I'll have the sheep lead or the cows lead, or if I'll rotate who's in front and try different things out. But hopefully we won't be seeing any of that. Right? Maybe the sheep will forget what dirt looks like and just think about the layer of grass and stuff on top of the soil. I don't know. That's the thought that I had. Another thought that I had was Gabe Brown's Dirt to Soil book. I ordered a copy. It's coming on Monday. I read through some of the chapters and I'm like, I need to learn this stuff. I need to memorize this stuff. It's important, right? And what's interesting is that it seems like grazing is the optimal behavior on pasture, but obviously grazing doesn't make as much money as farming. But I think this is a good place to start, you know, the journey here. Just grazing, growing grass and grazing it, right? So guys, anyway, have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.